I do like my chances a lot. I think I have a very good game plan. My training has been as close to perfect as I could ask for. I'll be able to get what I want and he's not gonna get what he wants. It looks like Michael has a very clear game plan in his mind. He knows exactly what he wants to do against Vitaly, and in order to be able to do that, he's working as hard as possible to get as strong as possible for this upcoming match. But it doesn't seem to me that he has prepared a plan B for this match. What if Vitaly's wrist doesn't get cracked when he goes sideways? What if Vitaly doesn't go sideways at all? What if he goes all back pressure like Ermes Gasparini did? What if Vitaly tries to climb on top of Michael's fingers? Looks like Michael is preparing as hard as he can to avoid these contingencies. But if one of these things happens, I don't see him having a plan for that. Michael's answer to these questions was, first of all, it's impossible for Vitaly to win the back pressure battle against him. And I do agree with this statement, because even guys like Ermes Gasparini, who definitely have a stronger back pressure than Michael, stronger rise than Michael, still Ermes was arm wrestling towards Michael Todd's side of the table. Why? Because even if you win the back pressure battle against Michael, he can rotate his body so much towards the right side of the table with his King's move that you basically have to arm wrestle Michael towards his side of the table and not your side of the table. So if Michael was able to do that against Ermes, he will surely be able to do that against Vitaly as well. And then the second question, what if Vitaly Laletin starts to go backwards and climb on top of your fingers? Michael said that he has never seen any match from Vitaly where he opened his fingers to climb to gain height. He never does that. I would have agreed with this thing as well, but in the recent years, we have seen so many unimaginable, unthinkable things on the table. For example, Ermes Gasparini flop pressing Levan in 2022. Not a single person imagined Ermes arm wrestling that way because he never did it before. We saw Vitaly Laletin flop pressing Artyom Morozov. Nobody thought about that. So in the recent years, we have realized one thing, that anything can happen on the arm wrestling table. Mostly the changes have been coming from top rollers. They have been transitioning to a press, but I do agree with Michael when he says that in order to press him, you need to press him into his fingers, not into his arms. I don't think anyone except Jerry or maybe a healthy Gennady Quickvinia can do that. But other than that, for someone like Vitaly, there is no chance of pressing Michael without climbing on top of his fingers. And this is something which we have never seen from Vitaly. Michael eventually has the plan to become the #1 arm wrestler in the world by defeating anyone who is #1 at that time. And his time frame to do that, to achieve that milestone, is by July 2026. After 3 or 4 or maybe 5 years, he definitely won't be a super heavyweight. He would still be arm wrestling, but maybe he would be a ribbed 115 kg arm wrestler. If I beat Vitaly, which I have full intentions of doing, I guarantee you I will beat Levan in December. I'm not sure how this statement makes sense, because beating Vitaly doesn't really mean that you are going to defeat Levan. What if Michael barely wins against Vitaly? What if the match is 3-2 in his favor? Then is he still going to think he's going to defeat Levan? Do we really believe that Vitaly is that close to Levan Saginashvili? The win against Vitaly is definitely going to boost Michael's confidence, but in no way does it mean that he has a chance against Levan Saginashvili just based on that performance. He may have a chance, but not because he defeated Vitaly. Because cracking Vitaly's wrist back is something that maybe 4 guys can do in this world. But cracking Levan's wrist back, I don't think anyone has done that in the recent years. Michael said that when people are shocked how he's continuing to progress even at the age of 50, it is because of his program, his sheer willpower. If he writes something down, if he has a plan, he has to do it. And he can do the pronation lift at 90 kilos with a very heavy weight, but he knows that he's not going to stop guys like Levan Saginashvili at 90 degrees. So he needs to practice with his arm opened up. That is where he needs to be strongest in order to stop those matches. That's why that style of lifting, although it looks ugly, makes sense for Michael. And to end this video, people have always complained about the World Arm Wrestling Federation live streams. Not that they are not great, but they always are on kids mode. You cannot normal chat during the live stream. You cannot super chat during the live stream. This problem will be solved now. This year's Asian Arm Wrestling Championship, which is going to start soon, will be live streamed on Pro Punjab League Arm Wrestling channel. and there will be a live chat option, there will be a super chat option. Let's see you there. Thanks for watching, like the video, and I'll see you again.